How you doing? And thanks for watching. This is George at Wicked Mornings here with brand new electric vehicle. What we have here is one of 4 Chrysler Pacifica electric minivans. Now this is for the Suncast Corporation. These are security vehicles. They're all 4 identical vehicles. And what we're featuring on them, as you can see in cruise mode right now, is a full light bar on the roof. And of course, that light bar is equipped with alleys and takedowns, independently selected, so you can have whatever white extra light you need. We set all these vehicles up identical. They have a fast and a slow light bar pattern. Now this would be your slow pattern, just a methodical back and forth single flash. And this would be their fast selecting. This is one of Phoenix's more popular pattern. That bar on the roof is, by the way, a Phoenix 49-inch GLP Fusion. One of their newer ones. It's populated with a mix of 40 and 180 degree amber LEDs, and it is special order. I'll repeat, that bar is special order. We can get it for you, but it is a non-stock special order item. I set that bar back a little bit slower and also turned on our corner lights. What we're featuring on the corners of this van, independently selected from the bar. So if you don't want the entire light bar going, but you do need some warning, we've got the Lin 6 in all green, set up on an alternating triple flash 75 FPM on all 4 corners. The front 2 are mounted nicely right in the fog light bezel. You can see here a little bit better the view from the front. Of course, those top lights, again, that's the cruise feature for that light bar. That's a steady green on the corners on that light bar. And that was customer requested, so they can easily identify their security vehicles anywhere they happen to be on the grounds via the closed circuit television camera system or visual identification on scene. We've actually got 2 of the vans here in the shop, so I'll give you the rear view from that one right in front. You can see those cruise lights on the top of the light bar right there. And I don't have the camera set up quite at eye level. I suppose the camera's about 5 feet off the ground right now. And there you can see the placement of those Lin 6 around back. We've used the same placement on several minivans as well as some SUVs like the popular new Ford Expedition, as well as some of the GM models. It's placed right next to the license plate light there. It's utilizing our 90-degree mounting bracket and wired right up in, basically following the path of the factory license plate lights. Of course, here inside the tailgate, we did run the wiring through that factory loom. You can notice right here. So the wiring goes through all the factory loom. It disappears. There are no exposed wires or anything inside the hatch, and you could open and close it without any problems. All right, here's a little better shot of that Lin 6 in all green with the 90-degree bracket. Now we have that light in a variety of colors. So if your needs are not green, check out our website, wickedwarnings.com. Look up the LIN-6 light, and you can get it in any color combination you like. That's how we mounted it right there. Of course, we took the wiring up behind the light, keep it out of sight. That 90-degree mount is aluminum, by the way, so it's a rust-free application. We use our stainless steel screws supplied with the Lin 6 right here, and we have a shop stainless steel screw above that, so we should have absolutely 0 rust issues on the back end of this vehicle. It is a white paint, so we want to try to avoid any rust streaking. Alrighty, now there's our fog pocket location. It's right underneath the embossed member of the fog bezel right here. This is the protrusion right here. We go right underneath it, kind of a line horizontally with the bottom here. Go to the edge here. This is a difficult drill. I will say be extremely careful when drilling through because there are wires that are behind there that are loomed up. So you just need to make sure that you don't just shove the drill through all willy-nilly. You might end up hitting those wires. So drill a little bit, take a peek. You might have to push in there with a screwdriver and move the wire out of the way before you drill any further. But this is tricky. There's a location over on the passenger side right there. I do like that location, as you saw in the video earlier. When you step back, it works extremely well for corner warning. And the particular front of this minivan, it's just all round. So there's really nowhere good to mount a light up in that grill. The honeycomb isn't bad. You could put a light behind it, but it'd have to be a larger light to see through the grill, and it kind of be a little ineffective in my eyes. So where we went was right there. I like that location. Works very well. Alrighty, here in the cab, we're featuring our Mini 6 control panel. I love this little switch. Works great for so many things. We've got our power button right down here in the center. Turns this sucker on and off. We've got our slow pattern on our big light bar. You can see that reflection. By the way, I think the most best addition I ever did to my shop was those mirrors right there so I can spy my builds while I'm working on them. So anyways, back to what we were talking about. Got a slow pattern, got a fast pattern, with which will override the slow pattern. Of course, you'd want it to do that, right? So even if you had the slow pattern off, makes no difference. But if you do have the slow pattern on, it overrides it. Got our wig-wags independently doing the corners, as we said earlier. And we've got our right alley, left alley, and our takedowns. So this was a nice little mount right here. Worked out real well for this switch. You are able to pop this vent out very easily. Pop this lower panel off. Take this whole panel comes off, this panel comes off, and you're able to wire it. And as you can see behind it, take you on a little tour here. We put a nice 1/2-inch grommet in the plastic right here for the wire. And there, let's see, there we go. Now you can kind of see a little better. So we put a 1/2-inch grommet right there and a 1/2-inch hole, ran the wiring right down behind it, mounted the base right there to the dashboard. And as we pan out, you can kind of see there is what we're left with. So thanks again for watching. I love my mirror. Thanks again for watching Wicked Warnings, your #1 source for construction and emergency strobe lighting and equipment. Make sure you check the description for links to the Lin 6 and this switch panel. And if you want a link to that light bar, email us and we will get it ordered up for you. It is a special order item, so make sure you hit us up on it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.